You got to give yourself a break, man. Give yourself a break. Give me a break, and you got to break these cycles. So many of us did not get what we needed in childhood, did not get what we needed in our formative years, did not get what we needed when we decided to go to college and relationships and this and that. And the bottom line is this: you're not following my content because you don't want something, and the thing you want is likely being the better version of yourself. You notice when I tell people you attract what you are, and you hate the things you are. It's because I've sat there and have had to do that work, that intensive work, that uncomfortable work, the work that comes along with having to be vulnerable in front of a therapist, in front of a counselor, to sit there and talk it out, to understand that you bring you to every situation that you're in, and if you don't do the work, I could drop you in the middle of the situation you say you want. I could drop a woman in a room with 100 high-value men wanting to get married in under a year, and they'll blow it. Conversely, I could drop 100 men in a room full of feminine, beautiful, inspirational women wanting to be cooperative and submissive to a man, and you'd blow it because you haven't given it. Because you can't give yourself a break. How many of you guys have really decided to do the work to break these cycles? Meaning tonight, Saturday night, how many of you going to go do the same shit you've been doing all the time? You're going to go out with your girlfriends and go to the same spot, same club, same thing, going to have the same outcomes. You're going to go out with your homeboys, do the same thing. Or you're going to sit at home and do nothing. Why don't you give yourself a break? Why don't you do something different? Why don't you go ahead and break the cycle and become the man you want to be? Become the woman you want to be. Go by yourself. Remember when I said you're going to have to do it scared, or do it afraid, do it alone, do it unsure, without a guarantee? The only thing you can guarantee is your effort. That's why I say that real high-value men and women appreciate one thing about people more than anything else. They try. They try. They try. They don't make excuses. They don't make excuses. They don't accept the problems. My mama didn't do this. My last relationship didn't do that. This didn't, and that didn't happen. All that shit's over. Today is all you have anything to do with, and what are you doing with it? And so many of us got our head down in the sand, stuck thinking about the future or the past, not in the present. Give yourself a break. Give yourself a break today and say, I'm going to be present. I'm going to get out of my house today and I'm going to go sit somewhere around human beings and be present in the moment. Talking about stuff that's in the moment, not worrying about the future, not worrying about the past, not worrying about a bill, not worrying about this. Be present. And you'd be amazed at what you could get out of relationships, out of people in the world, because with all this communication potential we have, we are the most communicated, non-communicative people we ever had. We got more ways to communicate, and people still can't communicate because you're not present. Then you run up on somebody who is present in the moment, and it scares you. You're like, oh shit, this is new. What, they made eye contact, they smiled, they shook my hand. Come on, man. Give yourself a break. Gentlemen, break the cycle. Do something you never thought you'd do. Step to that woman who's you find attractive. Forget all the red pill, this pill, that pill, showing interest, high value, this. Carry your ass over there and start a conversation. She's human. Her shit stink just like yours. Ladies, when a man walks over to you, stop acting like your ass is up on your shoulders. You know he stepped to you because he's attracted to you. And he wants to see if he can raise your interest enough to have a relationship, possibly sex. Why don't we act like we know what's going on? Because we haven't given ourselves a break. We still playing these roles, playing these games, and like a bunch of fucking robots on autopilot for self-destruct. And then you look around at people who seem to be having a higher quality of life, better outcome, because they're deciding to break it up. Break it up. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to try. You don't have to get it right. You just got to try. And I will tell you this. If you decide to give yourself a break, if you decide to try what scares you, if you decide to try what you fear, what you failed at, you will sleep the sleep of the just tonight, because at least you will say, I tried. I didn't win, I tried. Versus living a life of regret. That is the one thing I refuse to do in my life. I will fail. I will fail, 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 but I will not regret. I will risk. I will fail, I will risk, I will try, but I will not regret. Because when you are taking your final breaths, you're not worried about anything other than, did I make the most out of this life? Or do I have a life full of regrets and fears and things I didn't try? Fuck that. No regrets, no fear. Ladies, stop living life on fear mode. Make yourself vulnerable to the kind of men you say you want. Gentlemen, stop living life on fear mode. Make yourself available to the kind of outcomes you want. Give me a break. Give yourself a break today.